Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Going live here again in my car. I decided to jump on really quick since my kids are in their last day of school today. So I'm gonna just hang out, wait for them because they get out early. And so there's no need for me to go back home. But I just decided to jump on here, share the opportunity again of digital marketing, what it's all about, share my story, and, hopefully get to know you guys a little bit more. I don't know if you guys can see the sticker of mine. Let me know if you guys can see that sticker. But I'm going to go ahead and share my live, try to get it out there. And, I'm just here to help out another mom, whoever's out there who's wanting to do this business as well, or you thought about doing something like this or getting into something like digital marketing. If you guys don't know what digital marketing is, let me know, put it in the chat. But yeah, I'm here at my kids' school, just sitting here in my car and just trying to share the opportunity really quick before, they get out and before we all go home and it's crazy. My kids are they're like preteen, and my youngest is 10, so they're not as crazy as they were when they were younger. But yeah, thank you guys for jumping on. Lorita and someone else was on here. He left right away. But thanks for joining. If you guys are new to my page, go ahead and give me a follow so we can stay connected. I just decided to jump on really quick. Usually don't come on live this early. I usually come on like at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time if you're on the West Coast. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning here. I'm up by Seattle, Washington. Let me know where you're joining in from. I'm just sitting in my car waiting for my kids to get out from school since it's their last day of school here. And, they get out early, so they're going to be getting out in about an hour. So I decided to go live and just share the opportunity of what digital marketing is and, the online business that I do. If you guys are looking to do something like this or trying to get into, learning how to earn an income online, I can share how you can do that today. And just, want to be more transparent and just let you know what you would be getting into, right? Yeah, let me know where you're joining in from. Shayna and Adele. Let me know where you guys are joining in from. I'm up in Seattle, Washington. And like I said, I'm just sitting here in my car waiting for my kids to get out from school. It's their last day of school, so, it's super exciting. I'm glad that they're going to be out so we have more time in our day and we can just enjoy the summer. But yeah, usually I go on live at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. And I usually just share the opportunity of what digital marketing is. If you guys have ever heard of digital marketing or never heard of it, you can put a 1 in the chat. But I'm gonna do my introduction like I usually do and share my story first before I get into the whole business side. And I'm just a mom. I'm a busy mom of 3. Any moms out there, let me know. And my name is Moniece. If you don't know who I am, give me a follow if you're new to my page, and so we can stay connected, and then I can go ahead and follow you back. But thanks for joining. Go ahead and double tap the screen. If you guys can send me some hearts, I'd appreciate it so we can push the live out and get some more engagement here. And hopefully the connection will be okay. I don't know if you guys can see the sticker here. I've tried putting a sticker. But pretty much, I'm a busy mom of 3. If anyone is a mom out there, let me know. Sonia, welcome. And, I am up here in Seattle, Washington. I've been doing this online business now, and I'm still pretty new and still learning. And then I've just always, wanted to find a way to work from home, find a way to earn an income from home, right? Like so many other moms are. And ever since my kids were born, pretty much, I wanted to be able to stay home and just be there for them. And, I've had to work jobs like odd end jobs in the past, and my husband would take care of my kids when they were little, and I've always, had to go from one job to another and just never really knowing what I wanted to do with my life. So I was in this cycle of going from, one job and then working another job, and then, just part-time though. I never really worked full-time. And so what happened was, like, last year we went on our summer vacation, and I was scrolling on FB, like so many other people do every single day, right? You're probably scrolling right now, and I seen a post on FB that said 2-hour workday, non-MLM, no tech, no experience required, right? And I was thinking, what is this? What is this, another network marketing thing, or what is this, right? So I messaged the lady who had made the post, and this was someone who I knew from another network marketing company I joined a long time ago. And so I messaged her, and she messaged me back right away, and sent me some info. But I kind of ignored her message, thinking it might be another one of those things where you have to put money to make money. So I kind of ignored it, and 2 months had passed after our summer vacation. Welcome, you guys. Belinda, Imo, Auntie Call. Welcome, Tommy. But we went on our summer vacation. We came back last year, and then I was at a point of actually having to find another job because we were falling behind on some of our credit card payments and bills, and we're actually falling further into debt from doing this other business, real estate investment business my husband and I do. So we were putting a lot of money towards that, trying to make it work, and just getting ourselves deeper into debt because of spending all this monthly, like, fees on the software we had to use, and just having to keep our business going, right? But I ended up having to find another job, right? So I was at a point of having to go back to work and having to look for some way to bring in an income. And my husband had to go back to work to his 9-to-5 job, and he actually had lost his job last year. He was laid off, and so he was out of work for 6 months. But I, since I've always wanted to find a way to work from home, I would search on Craigslist and Pinterest and whatnot, and never really found anything legit on Craigslist. So, and Pinterest, they only have like blogging or data entry kind of thing, or these side hustles, right? If you guys have ever tried a side hustle out there, let me know. But I've done network marketing as well in the past, and so I was just searching and searching. If you're a mom out there who's also been in the same boat trying to look for some way to work from home, let me know as well. But I was actually praying and asking God, what's a way for me to be able to stay home so that I can be there for my kids and not have to be away at a job, leave them and lose that time. And I actually already knew that if I did go back to a job, I wouldn't be making as much because I don't really have a degree in anything, and I don't have any experience like for higher upper management, right, or position to where I can earn a high hourly wage or whatever. But I already knew that if I did go back to a job, it wouldn't be enough to pay off our debt, and it would just be enough to pay the bills, and we actually wouldn't really be able to do anything much after that, right? Because you just work a job to pay bills. And so I kind of knew that a job wasn't going to be a solution. So I ended up, praying and asking God, what is out there. I asked my husband, what am I going to do? Because my kids were going to go back to school. So I asked him, what am I going to do? He said an opportunity would present itself. And another friend actually asked me what I thought of affiliate marketing. And so that's when I went back to that message from the lady I had messaged, 2 months back. And then I started doing my research. I started looking into it more and what it was, with the 2-hour workday thing and 100% profit, and all that. No tech skills, no experience needed. But I looked at her website. I did my research, right? And then I actually ended up attending this webinar. It's a free webinar they have, that just goes over all the information and shows you what you actually will be doing. But I heard all these stories of people earning an income in such a short amount of time. And there was one mom who actually shared her story to where she was actually working two jobs, as a single mom of three. She was raising her kids, working 18-hour days, and she was actually asked by her daughter to check out a video of hers on TikTok, a dancing video. And so her daughter kept asking and insisting her mom to check it out, right? Her mom's name is Amy, but Amy was too busy, right, to even check it out because she was working two jobs. And so she didn't even have the time, right? But then, eventually she ended up creating a TikTok account, and then she checked out her daughter's dancing video. But she actually ran into one of these lives like how I'm doing right now, and it was from the multimillionaire Michelle O'Neill, who's the creator of the program I'm in. She ran into Michelle's live, and she actually ended up learning what this online business was, and she jumped into it. And 10 weeks into the business, she was able to leave one of her jobs. And, after that, she was still kept working on the business, and she was eventually able to leave both her jobs. Hopefully the connection here is still okay. But yeah, let me know where you guys are joining in from. I was just trying to go over my story really quick here. But yeah, I was listening to her story and thinking, if she can do it, working two jobs, 18-hour days, if she can do it, why can't I? And then I kind of already knew people were making an income online as well because I had done network marketing. If you've ever done network marketing, let me know. But I also heard another story from Tim. He's a dad of 5, and he actually was let go from his job at the age of 55 after 25 years, working for this company in the corporate retail world, to where he went into his job and they said, his position had been eliminated. So he got let go from his job, without any notice or any explanation. They gave him a severance package, but of course that doesn't last, right? But he ended up having to go look for another job. And at the age of 55, who wants to, start over, right? And he wasn't trying to do that. His body was already too tired or not even physically able to work or find another job. And when he actually did end up applying for other jobs, it wasn't enough to cover his cost of living or all the monthly expenses because he lives in California. And so he ended up having to look online to see what was another way, for him to help his family. And he wasn't trying to work two jobs either. So, he ended up jumping and running into a video. And he wasn't trying to work two jobs either. So, he ended up jumping and running into a video. I don't know if it, but he ended up seeing a video where it said, you can earn $300 in one day. And so he actually jumped in without knowing anything, and he ended up doing the business to where he was able to start working from home. And then it was only after almost 4 months to where he didn't start earning an income. So that's when he started seeing the results, right? And in his business. And now he's actually a 6-figure income earner, and he's earned $500,000 in just less than 2 years. I think it's almost 2 years he's been doing this. But that's one of the stories, another one of the stories I heard. And so I was thinking, if these people are doing it and they're earning an income online through this digital marketing thing, if they can do it, why can't I? And so it's just something that, a lot of people don't know about, and something you have to learn. And so that's why there's a one-time investment when you do something like this. But let me know where you guys are joining in from. Welcome. Thanks for being here. but 3 days later, I had jumped in, right after I attended that webinar. I jumped into the business, and I've been doing it ever since. And I'm still learning every day, learning and earning at the same time, and just learning new things. And it's like a growth process. Actually, I've had to grow my mindset and had to grow as a person doing this, right? But and if you meet me in person, I'm actually a very introverted person, and I don't actually talk this much. I'm very reserved into myself, right? So if there's any introverts out there, let me know, put it in the chat, because if you're thinking you wouldn't be able to do this yourself, or you don't see yourself doing this, just know, it doesn't matter if you're an introvert or not, or if you're extrovert. You don't have to be some type of influencer. You don't have to have any following doing this. You don't have to have a degree. And I didn't really know anything about digital marketing as well, because I wasn't looking for digital marketing. I was just asking and praying, like, what's another way? What's a way where I can earn a legitimate income to be able to stay home, right? But yeah, let me know where you guys are at. If you're a mom out there, let me know. You can put it in the chat. But I'd love to, get to know you guys. If you have any questions, you're feel free to drop it in the chat as well. But yeah, I was, sharing my story. And then another story actually that inspired me was from a stay-at-home mom. She's a mom of 3 boys, and she's actually been able to do this business all from home, right? She used to just bake cookies from home, and I heard that she would only make she would spend 10,000 on her baking business, making all these cookies, and she had to spend 6,000 for all the ingredients and all the supplies that she needed. So in reality, she only made 4,000 in 1 year. But when she jumped into the business, she was able to make her first sale after 2 weeks into the business. And then a couple days later, she made another sale. But right now, she's been in the business for 8 months now. And she's been able to earn over 5 figures, right? And she went on a family vacation not too long ago, to where she earned 3,000 while she was on vacation. And then in 2 weeks, she was able to earn 7,000 just from doing this online business. And there's so many people actually in our community. We're a community of 53,000 members who are all doing this. And there's so many people's lives who are being changed and earning that 5-figure income, right? And it's kind of crazy and hard to believe, because that's not normal, right? We're taught how to just work 8 hours, put in 40 hours a week, and get paid, from a job. And we're taught in society to just go to school, graduate, go to college, and then get a good job, right? But times have changed, it's 2025. So many people are jumping online and finding other ways to earn an income. But thank you guys for joining. Thanks for being here. Earn online with I can't see the rest of your name. Ultradon, thank you, and Larita, I see you jumping in. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Let me know where you're joining in from. I'm up by Seattle, Washington. I usually don't go live this early, so I'm just sitting here in my car waiting for my kids to come out from school. It's their last day of school today. But if anyone doesn't know what digital marketing is, let me know. You can put it in the chat. Just put a 1 in the chat, or if you've never heard of digital marketing. But it's pretty much where you just invest in a program or course to where you're able to learn the skills on how to market anything online. So you're able to utilize, the online space or social media as a way to market a service or a brand or some type of product, or even a business. If you guys have a business, any business owners out there. But it can be anything from like an ebook, a recipe, a cookbook, or some type of guide, a learning guide, health and wellness guide. What digital marketing is, it's part of the e-learning industry. It's a $1.2 billion a day industry. And, it's going to be, I believe, 1.5 trillion by 2030. And so, it's an e-learning program. It's an e-learning course that's out there. There's so many different courses as well that you can look into, if you're wanting to start something like this. But you can market anything, so it doesn't have to be the course itself. We teach you, the skills and how you can market whatever it is, a business, or maybe you have some type of knowledge in a certain area or that you're passionate about, or a certain niche, that you'd want to share. We can teach you how to market that, and we teach you how to even just market the done for you digital products, which is what I do. There's 4 done for you digital products that I promote, and these are already done, created, and ready to go, right? You don't have to create anything from scratch. You don't have to, make a website. That's already pre-built and done for you. And, nothing's done to where, or you don't have to do anything to where you have to start, from the ground up, right? You don't have to build your website. You don't have to have a store or anything like that. And these are all digital products. So if you've ever tried network marketing, they have physical products where you had to buy like vitamins or supplements, right, for your health or wellness. I did it before. So with network marketing, if you guys don't know the difference, let me know. You can put it in the chat. If you're not sure, the difference between digital marketing and network marketing. Because network marketing is actually something where you have to have physical products, right? So like, something like this, you can only sell it one time, right? And with digital marketing, you're receiving what's called the master resale rights to be able to stamp your name on the done for you digital products to where you can sell it over and over again as many times as you want. And it's yours forever. So, no one can take it away from you, right? So, and you can just sell it all online, and everything is done online nowadays anyway, right? So many people are on their phones, and the world is going digital to where you can do anything and everything online. You can pay your bills, buy for groceries, you shop online. People are shopping online nowadays. That's why so many retail stores are closing, and that's what the world is coming to, right? But you receive the master resale rights, where you stamp your name on these done for you digital products. Unlike network marketing, you're only able to sell it one time. And then you're only earning a small commission. If you've ever tried network marketing, you're only earning 20 to 25%. Here in digital marketing, we're earning 100%, off these done for you digital products. But let me know where you guys are joining in from, or if you want to just put it in the chat. If you're new to my page as well, go ahead and, hit that follow button so you can stay connected, and I'll go ahead and follow you back. But with network marketing as well, you're having to be on your phone. You're having to DM people. You're having to ask people to buy from you. You're having to cold message, friend request, right? You're having to follow up with people, and you're only earning that small commission. Digital marketing, you're not having to cold call anyone. You're not having to bother any family or friends, and you're not having to ask anyone to buy from you, right? You're not having to follow up with anyone, and you're earning 100%. So that's what's great about digital marketing. And, I love how we have a 2-hour workday, because if you're a busy mom out there, like for me, I'm a busy mom of 3, and I just fit the 2-hour workday in between my schedule, my busy mom life schedule, right? Here and there between doing the laundry, cooking, cleaning, whatever it is. You don't have to work a straight 2 hours. And I love how we have also what's called automations. It's an automated system that works for us, that keeps our business running in the background to where we don't have to do any of the follow-up. We don't have to do any of the messaging. And so the automations takes over. That way, that's how we're able to work the 2-hour workday. So we just put in our 2 hours every day. You put your phone down, you can enjoy the rest of the 22 hours, right, of your day. And so just imagine if you can do that, unlike a job where you're trading your time for money, right? And it's taking all your time away from your family and taking your time from doing what you really want to do, or just being able to stay home, right? But yeah, that's what I love too with the automations, is that you're able to do that, and it works for you in the background 24/7. So people are earning an income while they're asleep. They go to sleep, they wake up, they earn like a payout, whatever whatever done for you or whatever level you invest in. We have 4 done for you digital products, which are the 4 different streams of income. So I'll go over that in a bit, but whichever level you invest in is what you earn. And then people are earning, while they're sleeping, while they're traveling, while they're, doing their errands, while they're with their kids or family. And it's awesome to see because, it's life-changing income, right? People are just going to the gym and then they earn a $600 payout, right? And they come back to their car and they check their phone and there's a $600 payout. And it goes straight to your bank account. With network marketing, you're having to build a team, right? I remember doing this, and I had to have people above me, below me, and whoever makes a sale is when I make a certain commission as well. So digital marketing, you're not having to do any of that. It goes straight to your bank account. You don't benefit from anyone here. And it's all yours, 100% of it. And that's what's crazy to me as well, because, you make that initial investment when you join, and then your first customer, you get the investment back right away. And then after that, you're in profit mode. So it's such a simple business, and I can't believe how easy it is to do as well, because I myself kind of make it harder than what it is, right? But it's so simple, and all you have to do is I can go over the 2-hour workday if you guys want. You can put it in the chat, or I can go over the cost if you want me to go over the 4 different levels and what the cost is. But like I said, you're just promoting these done for you digital products or whatever it is you want to market, and then you're earning 100% profit. You're putting in that 2 hours of work a day, and then you just have to stay consistent in doing that every single day. And that's what I've been able to do. But what you want to do in the 2 hours, so this is what I actually do in my 2-hour workday. I put or post and create content at least 2 to 3 times a day, and that's here on TikTok. So when you first get started, you don't have to have a following. No following is needed, right? So I can teach you how to set up your social media account if you want to use TikTok, and it's recommended to just use and start with 1 at first. And then I can show you how to train the algorithm to where you're attracting customers to your TikTok account, and then you can start building your followers that way as well. Let me invite some people here. But thank you for joining, for those who are here and those who have jumped in. But I can show you how to set up your account, and then I can show you how to use TikTok the right way, or how to use social media the right way. Show you how to set up your account, and then I can show you how to use TikTok the right way, or how to use social media the right way. This early, so I will just call him back and let him know I was working, right? Because this is what I do now from home, right? I'm able to work from home, and I'm able to work from my phone and just do this as my job now. But thank you for the hearts. To fail Afridi, sorry if I say that wrong. But what was I talking about? The 2-hour workday, right? And you want to set up your social media account the right way, so you can start training the algorithm to where you attract customers to your page. And the content, if you have trouble coming up with content, you have no idea what to post, we actually provide ideas in a PDF format in the program that you can use and go over and use, right? But you want to post 2 to 3 times a day, and you want to create these videos, just sharing your story, your journey, what you're learning and why you're doing it, and just share valuable information maybe about the business. And you want to post 2 to 3 times a day, which takes about 20 to 30 minutes, right, of your time. So there's that. And then number 2, you want to be able to plug into training, which is what I do every single day. We have what's called a 90-day freedom sprint right now that's going on from our multimillionaire Michelle. She runs she created the program, and she's doing this 90-day challenge to where you just plug into these short videos that are like 5 to 7 minutes long. You watch them every day and you follow it, she tells you what to do literally every single day, what to do. So your hand is being held here, right? And you're being shown what to do for your business that day. And in this 90-day run, you can earn up to 10K each month, or 30K in the 90 days, which is what I'm working on right now. And it's super exciting to know, you can bring in that income, because you can never make that much at a job, right? But all we do is plug into training every single day, and this just helps you stay on top of things, on top of your business, helps you stay focused and motivated. And you just want to plug in and watch these videos so you can stay consistent as well. And so that's what I've been able to do, and that's what I do every day. And that takes about 15 to 30 minutes, I would say. But thank you for joining, Betty, and whoever, is it Larita? You're still here. Thanks for being here. But yeah, aside from that, I also do the lives. So you want to, do the content videos, plug into training, and you want to be able to go live. TikTok, I believe, asks for you to have 1,000 followers, in order to go live. So it's different for everyone. Some people have only had to have 100 followers, some 500, but I had to have 1,000. And so once you are given the permission from TikTok to go live, you want to be able to go live as soon as possible so that your videos and content gets pushed out there, and then you track more leads and more eyes to your page, and then more customers. But those are the three main things that we do in the 2-hour workday. Going live takes about an hour. I do every single day. And, if you're an introvert like me and you don't want to show your face or, talk in the videos, you don't have to. You can actually market the faceless way. We provide the training in the program to do it the faceless way. But thank you for joining. Is it Janice? But yeah, aside from those three main things, I used to do this fourth one, which is posting free ads. You don't have to do it. A lot of people actually don't do the free ads, but I did in the beginning. And Michelle O'Neill, the creator of the program, she does the free ads. And that's how she got her first sale, doing the business. But we give you these templates that you use where you can just copy and paste right onto all these high trafficking websites. So we actually offer 20 high trafficking websites in the program that you can use, where you copy and paste these free ads. So it's that simple. If you can just copy and paste, then you post it. That's all you would be doing if you want to do that in the beginning. If you're not able to go live yet, or you're not able to make the videos because you're kind of introverted like me, or you don't want to do the talking, in the videos. But that's what some of us have done in the beginning, is post the free ads. But I ended up not sticking to it. I didn't stay on top of it. So you want to be consistent in doing those. So I actually stopped doing it. But you can do it. I can do it anytime. Some people just post 3 ads a day. I was doing 10 ads a day. So but yeah, that's the 2-hour workday. That's pretty much what it consists of. And then if you guys are wanting to do something like this, and you're thinking, how much is this going to cost me? Or, how much do I have to pay to do this? Or, what's the investment that needs to be made? There's 4 different levels, right? So not one size fits all, they say. And it just depends on your goal, your budget, and what type of lifestyle you want. So right now, our highest ticketing item is the 900 level. So that's the first one. And this is where you receive everything. It's like a business in a box, to where you receive all the training, all the modules, all the website, which is already done for you. And then the 4 digital products, which are the 4 streams of income. If you join at the second level, the 600 level, you would only receive 3 streams of income: the 6, the 3, and the 1. And then the second to the last is the 300 level, and then the bottom is the $100 level. So you can join at any level depending on your goals, right? How much you want to make. And it all depends on you, right? And we actually have PAY plans. So if you're not able to make the full investment up front, you can do the PAY plan, and then you can receive 100% or receive the master resale rights to be able to start reselling these programs and receive 100% profit. And if you want to start at the 100 level, you can. You would just receive that one stream of income at first, just to get going, right? And you can get your website going. But later on, you can actually upgrade if you wanted to, and you can upgrade to the 300, 600, or 900 at any time. But the only thing is you have to pay the one-time website fee every time you upgrade. So that's why everyone starts at the 900 level. So you just pay it one time, right? And you receive all four. And then, aside from the one-time investment, there's that one-time website fee. So you have to pay a $39 website fee at the 900 level, and just pay it one time if you join at that level. But let me go. Is it Nori? Hey Nori, welcome. Happy Tuesday. How's it going, my friend? I'm in my car jumping on early. I usually don't come live this early. I'm waiting for my kids to get out from school because it's their last day of school. So I'm waiting for them instead of just going home, right? But how are you today? I'm just sitting here in the parking lot waiting for them. And then I was going over the 4 different levels that you can start at, with the business. And, I seen you doing something new in one of your videos. I think I commented, if this is new. I think it's another digital product out there. But I hope you're doing well. I think I seen you go live yesterday as well. I wasn't able to jump on. But hopefully maybe today later on I can see you. Thank you for the hearts. And thank you for those who else joined here. I can't read that name, but Lorita, are you still here? Aaron, thanks for joining. And yeah, if you guys have questions, you're free to drop them in the chat at any time. Or, in my lives, I always feel like I'm just talking to myself. So, aside from the one-time website fee, thank you, Nori, for the rose. I appreciate it, my friend. Nori is another digital marketer, you guys. She's all the way in Hawaii, in the beautiful island of Hawaii. She's doing this business all online, and she's able to work from home now because, she was in the position of having to be her mother's caretaker, and now she's doing this business so she can be there for her mom. And I love her story, and, she's part of the same community I'm in. So if you guys want to give her a follow, go ahead and follow her as well. But, aside from the one-time website fee, you do have to pay the domain name, which is the name of your website. So you just go to GoDaddy.com, you pay $1. Depending on if it's not being used. If it is being used already, you have to pay more, like $5 to $10. And then you can purchase a professional email business address if you want for your business. That way, it just adds credibility and put more professional look to your business, right? Instead of using your personal email address. But after you pay those, 4 things, that's it for the business. There's no monthly fees after that. You want to do the annual fee for the domain name and the business email address. But no overhead fees after that. If you've ever had a business where you have to pay monthly stuff, there's no monthly fees here. Just that one-time website fee. And then we do have PAY plans as well. And then you guys can get more information if you go to the link in my profile, ayadailypay.com. Enter your email address. I can send you some free info. And you can just look it all over on the website. Look at each one and see which one would fit you or which one you'd want to do, right? And, just decide for yourself if it's for you or not. But thank you for being here. Colette was on my live yesterday, so I appreciate you guys and for your support as always. And that's another thing is our community. You'd be surrounded by almost 54,000 members, in the community who are all like-minded individuals doing this and having similar goals. And you wouldn't be by yourself, right? Doing the business. You'd be in it for yourself, but you won't be by yourself. And you'll be surrounded by these community who are there to help you, support you, encourage you, and just, get to know you and be there for you, right? If you have a question, you can just ask and your question will be answered right away. Plus, we have these live interactive training calls every single day from Michelle, where you can actually jump on a call and she'll answer your question there. If you have a tech question, even though you don't need tech experience here, or any question, whatever kind of call it is. Sometimes we have a newbie call if you're a newbie, or any training calls, if you're still in training. But you jump on these phone calls and you can, join these groups that she puts you in, right? And then you can get to know each other and the other members in the community. And it's just like a class you're part of. So it's an e-learning program or e-learning class. And it's just like when you invest in your education, right? If anyone has ever went to college out there, you invested in your education, right? You had to purchase the college courses in order to be able to graduate and get your degree. So it's just like this, where you make that one-time investment, you learn the skills in the program, and then what you do with those skills is up to you. Just like when you get your degree, if you want to pursue your degree or if you want to do something else, it's always going to be up to you. And, you can learn the skills to be able to market anything online. So it doesn't have to be the program itself or the done for you digital products that are already available. But yeah, that's what I love also, is that community. People from all walks of life are in that community. People in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90 are doing this. And, I love seeing the older generation because they inspire me the most. There's one lady named Penny. She's on TikTok doing these videos and she's in her 70s. She actually inspired me to jump on TikTok when I had never been on TikTok before. So, she's actually creating these videos. She's learning and doing it all, by following that process, that step-by-step process. And, she inspired me because she's in her 70s doing this. And, people in our community are moms, dads, even retirees. Penny, she's retired and having to do this business because she doesn't have enough in her retirement to be able to enjoy her retirement. So a lot of people in the community are having to do this online business to be able to supplement their retirement and their pension, right? Just like my mom, she's on her phone. I see her go on FB, scrolling, but I don't think she really knows how to, would be able to know how to do something like this unless she actually invested the time to learn, because her pension is only like $700 a month. And that got me to thinking, like, am I going to be in that same position? I probably won't receive anything because I never really held a job for that long. But it's just something to think about, if you're wanting like a better future, or you want to change, or you want something better in life, you want to change for the better. So just something to think about if you want to get into this, because so many people are earning an income now online, all from their phone, and doing this 2-hour workday. And you can earn on average $900 days. And, there's so many stories. There's one mom, she's a friend of mine. Her name's Kelsey. And she actually is a special needs mom. She has 2 kids who have autism. She's able to work this business, around her busy mom life schedule, put in her 2 hours of work a day. And she actually hasn't been able to earn anything after 5 months, I think, into the business. And so now she's starting to see the results, right? And starting to help other moms who are also special needs mom, who have, kids who have autism as well. And she just wanted to do this because her kids were having to go, to the doctor, and she would always have to ask time off from her job, and her kids would miss these appointments because of her job, that was taking time away from her kids, and she would always have to cover someone else's shift. And she just got to a point to where enough was enough, right? And she had lost her place to see her for her kids to see a therapist. And so she had to start all over, wait another 6 months on the waiting list for her kids to see a therapist. And now she's able to start earning $900 days, $600 days. And I think the most, I think I seen her earn, I don't know if it was $1,700, $1,800 in one day. But, you know, she's been an inspiration to me because, you know, she has just been able to stay consistent, not like how I have. I went through some things in the beginning of the year to where my family and I had to move, so I was busy doing that. But you know, there's no excuses, right? I was able to post like a faceless post, but you know, I just had to, you know, start over pretty much and jump into this and start creating the videos again. And now I'm starting to go live, and it's just been maybe about a month and a half that I've been doing this. So I'm super excited though to see where this goes, and just know that I'm here, you know, showing up, trying to help someone out for another mom who wants this, and super excited to know that, you know, what's on its way and what's coming, right? It's gonna be good. But yeah, I'm gonna jump off pretty soon here. I think I shared the stories of the 2-hour workday and the different levels and what you have to invest in. And like I said, there are PAY plans, and then you just have to look at each one and see which one you'd want to do, right? But if you guys have questions, you can drop them in the chat, or you can email me. Go to the link in my profile, ahyadailypay.com, enter your email, and then I'll send you some free info. You can email me back. And then if you have questions, you can email me as well. And then I actually have a free promotion going on if you want to get some freebies. I have a promotion. Just put promo in the chat or email me promo. I can let you know what it is. And then, you know, I usually do this once a week. So I still have it going on today and then till the end of the week. But that's pretty much, you know, what digital marketing is, what my story is. And, you know, anyone out there, I don't know what your situation is or what you're going through right now. I know a lot of us are struggling and are needing that extra income. But, you know, this is for people who are serious, who are willing to do whatever it takes, who knows how to get things done, you know, and someone who's open to learning new things, is coachable, committed, and can stay consistent. That's who I want to work with. This is for those who have no excuses and will do whatever it takes kind of attitude and work ethic. So, you know, it's not for everyone. Anyone can do this, but it's not for everyone. It's not a get rich thing overnight, like I said. So you have to put in the work. You have to put in the effort to be able to start seeing the results. And it's not where you're trading time for money, like when you go to a job, right? So you are not going to get paid right away. This is a business, so it takes some time. But if you guys have questions, you can put it in the chat, and then you can email me with any questions as well. I usually go live at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoons if you're on the West Coast, so Pacific time. I will be jumping online tomorrow, probably at that time, and on Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But whatever situation you're going through, you know, whatever it is that you're struggling with, if you're even having a hard time finding a job, because I know nowadays a lot of people are not hiring really. Whatever it is, you know, you have the capability, you have it in you to do this. You know, you have the power to choose a different life. You have the power to create something better for yourself, for your family, and to just have to live a better way of life, aside from working a job and having to struggle, not having enough or barely having enough to make ends meet, right? So, you know, whatever it is, you know, you have it in you. It's all within, and anything's possible, you know, through God, you know, our Savior. He makes all things possible. And, you know, it's been a journey so far with what I've gone through. It's something that I've had to put myself out there because I'm a very introverted person. I don't usually do this much talking, but it's something where you just have to have faith and belief, in yourself, and just know that it's going to work, because it's another thing too that I learned. It's not about the outcome. It's about who you help along the journey, right? Who you can be a blessing to, who you can see, who you can help out there, right? But Richie, welcome. That's what some of the things I've learned, and just some of the things I've been going through. And like I said, I'm still new. It's a learning process. It's a growing process. You have to become this person that you never thought you could be. And I never thought I'd be doing this, going live and talking to people, right? Strangers on the internet that I never met in person. But it's been a great experience as well, meeting people in the community and meeting new people online. And it's global business, so you meet people from all over the world. That's what's great about this. And so you can work this business internationally. You can travel and do this business. And I love that, you just put in your 2 hours of work, and so you just put your phone down and you go and enjoy the rest of your day. So just imagine if you're able to just put in 2 hours a day, and then you get paid. But it's not trading time for money. This is not a job. So you're having to just put in that effort every single day, and over time you'll see the results. But my kids are going to be out from school here pretty soon, and I'm going to, go live again tomorrow in the afternoon, which is the usual time I go live. But if you guys have questions, you can drop them in the chat, or you can email me. Go to ahyadailypay.com. Just click my picture here, click it 2 times, and then it'll direct you to my website. Enter your email, and then you can, email me back with any questions, or you can send me, email me promo if you want that free promo I have going on. And then if you want to do the PAY plans, just click on, when you enter your email, it says get my free blueprint, and then I'll email you the blueprint and some more information. Then from there, click I'm ready. Then you can just scroll down to the bottom, and it'll give you the options on either Klarna, after PAY, and then there's also Affirm if you want to do those payment options. But it depends on your credit and what you get approved for. So you can start off at $74, $75 a month. Or some people have started at $0 down and not have to pay till next month. So you can get approved for that as well. But, if you're willing to do what it takes, you're coachable, you're committed, and you know how to stay consistent. I'd love to work with you. I'd love to do business together, and I'd love to help you get started. I can help you set up your account, your social media account, and start helping you, teach you how to build your followers. And then I can help you even come up with a domain name if you need help coming up with a name for your website. And so if you need help with that, I can do that as well. And then I can get you the free promo. So here's what you will get if you do want to join and do this do this together. You will actually get the promo, and then the done for you digital products if you start at the 900 level, and you receive all 4 streams of income. Then you receive the master resale rights, all the training, right, and then lifetime support and mentorship from Michelle O'Neill, plus myself and my own mentor. And then I'd be willing to share my own personal phone number with you guys if you're wanting to jump on a phone call to chat more, or even a video conference call, and we can do it like that, and get to know each other. And just I can start helping you build your business and start setting up your social media, plus help you set up your funnels if you want, connect it to your website, because that's something you have to do in the beginning. Instead of, because some people have paid for someone to do it for them because they don't have the time or the patience, but I can help you set it up because I did it myself. But that's some of the things that you'd be doing, and then that's all you would receive when you get into this, And then the promo, if you start at the 600 or 900 level, I can give you those free freebies. And then just put promo in the chat, or you can put promo in the email when you email me back. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. You know, if you're serious about this, I want to be able to work with you. You just have to be coachable. Like I said, Daily Pay with Mar, welcome. And you have to be willing to stay committed and be consistent, right, in doing this. Thank you for joining. Any questions you guys have, or any goals that you might have, you know, if you're wanting to just find some way to bring in some extra income to pay for food or gas, you know, you can start doing this and start learning, so that way you can start bringing the extra income. Or if you want to be able to travel or pay off some debt, maybe you want to take your kids to Disneyland, or just be able to take a family vacation, or just be able to buy things without having to check your bank account, right? This is a great opportunity to be able to do that. And all those dreams that you have, or you want to be able to travel or just have more time, you know, it's all possible through digital marketing. And that's one of the goals, one of the reasons why I'm here, because of time. We don't get our time back. You know, we cannot rewind and go back and get our time back. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to spend more time with my family and to have the income to be able to enjoy our time together, to do things we want to do, right? And not have to be tied to a job. And so if you're wanting to do the same, you know, you want to have more time in your day to do things, or just to be able to enjoy life, this is what this opportunity can offer. And, you know, maybe you just want to be able to like leave something behind for your kids, or maybe you want to have some type of savings account, or some type of some way to supplement your retirement. This is another way for you to get into something like this, you know, for you to be able to enjoy your retirement. But another reason is to be able to, you know, for me, I want to leave a legacy behind for my kids. I want to leave something behind for them to pass on to their kids and for future generations. I want to break that generational curse, like I always say, to where my own kids won't have to struggle. I want to break that generational curse of struggle, so that we create a generation of wealth, you know. So, because growing up, my mom would always say, we can't afford this, we can't afford that. And that's all I knew growing up, right? But today's world, things have changed. It's 2025. People are earning an income online from their phone. You know, if you have Wi-Fi, you have a cell phone, you can put in 2 hours of a day, you can do this business. And there's no reason you can't see success if you stay committed, consistent, and coachable. You know, you just have to do the activities in the 2-hour workday, which I went over already. But those are income producing activities, to where you have to do those tasks every single day in order to see that income come in. And, you know, I'm still new, and everyone's journey is going to be different. So it all depends on how much you put into it. And, you know, people have started to where they earned an income in their first week or so. Some people have taken longer, between 3 to 4 to 5 months. There was one lady who's in Botswana in Africa. She took 8 months to get her first sale. And I'd seen her post it, you know, and was so super excited about it, because she made her first sale finally, right after 8 months. So it's different for everyone. It varies for everyone and how much you put into it. But, you know, whatever it is, whatever goal you have, you can let me know, put it in the chat, or you can email me, let me know a little bit by yourself why you're trying to get into this, and, you know, what you're wanting out of it, maybe what your goals are, like I said. But yeah, I want to break that generation of struggle, because so many people are struggling nowadays. It's, you know, it's sad to see. And so many people. Oh, another story I heard was from this welder. He is a dad who lives in Tennessee. He got laid off from his job, right, as a welder. He ended up being homeless because he was negative $6 in his bank account. He had to be separated from his family. You know, he was going into debt, and he actually ended up being in a homeless shelter But then he found this online business back in January of 2024 to where he was able to buy a home, pay off some of his debt, and now he's able to work this business all online and earning six figures. And now he's been reunited with his family again, and he's making it happen. And so if he can do it, why not you? If he can do it, and why not me? But that was just another story that inspired me. And he's a six-figure income earner. Our own mentor, Michelle O'Neill, she's a multimillionaire, and she had to leave her network marketing side gig. Right? That's right, Nori. Are you still on here? Thank you for listening and hanging out with me. Thanks for the hearts again. But she had to leave her network marketing position because they had cut her commission in half. And so she had to find something to do, right? Because she was like, how did I get here? Why am I not having more time in life to be able to enjoy life? And why am I not making as much, because she was doing network marketing and was always on her phone and losing that time with her kids and her family. So she had to find something else to do. Thank you, Nori, for the hearts and for the comment. Thank you for, is it JS on here, for being on here and staying online with me, you guys. I just keep rambling and talking here like I'm talking to myself, but you can jump in anytime, put any comments or questions in the chat. I'd be happy to answer any questions. I'm just talking this whole time, so let me know. And then if you guys have questions, you can email me as well. Just watch out for any SCAMers out there, because they impersonate these accounts on TikTok. So we're taught not to do DMs, so you can DM me. Just let me know you were on my live, or that you're interested in doing this and you're wanting that promo and more information, and I can help you out that way. Or you can DM me on my IG. Go to my page here and go click on my IG page, and you can send me a DM there. But yeah, those are some of the stories that inspired me, and just something that you just need to look into, if you're wanting a better life, if you want change. I was tired of doing the same thing every day, going to work, dropping my kids off to school, and then having to be away how many hours in the day, come home, and then you have to do all the cooking, cleaning, then help my kids with their homework, and then help them go to bed. Then when you go to bed, you wake up and you do it all over again, right? So I was tired of doing that, and I was, wanting that change. So thank you for the hearts, Nori. I appreciate it. And thank you for joining. Is it Ella and Jay again? But what this is just like when, okay, thank you, Nori. I'm going to jump off here pretty soon too. My kids are going to be out of school. I'm waiting for them to get out since it's their last day. But I will see you soon. Thank you again. And I'll try to see if I can run into your live later on today. But thanks for the hearts. I appreciate you, my friend. What was I going to talk about? Okay. See you soon. I'll see you later. Yeah, I forget what I was going to say, but it's just something you have to look into. It's something you have to decide for yourself, if you want to do this. And if you want change like I did, if you want something better, a better life, you want something different, you have to do something different, right? And, you just have to be willing to be coachable. You have to learn these skills, because that's why a lot of people think it's a SCAM or it doesn't work out for them, because they never put in the effort, or they never learned did what they learned. You have to implement what you learn and take action. But what I was going to talk about is, this is just like as if you're going to get a gym membership. So you go to the gym, right? And you get a gym membership, and then you go in there one day and ask the trainer, when am I going to get a six pack? When am I going to, get the six-pack of mine, and they look at you all crazy thinking, we don't know if you're going to come into the gym every day, we don't know if you're going to do the cardio or the training, or if you're going to show up and do the workout, right? So that's just how this would be, to where you have to show up every day, you have to put in the work, and you have to stay consistent and just put in the effort, to where what you put in is what you're gonna get out. So you just have to be consistent, stay committed, be coachable, like I said, and then it'll make it happen. It'll happen. The results will come, but you cannot focus on the results. You just have to focus on who you can help, because that's something I've had to learn. And I'm here on a mission to help another mom. I'm here to help someone in the same position as I was, who just wanted to stay home and be there for your kids, right? That's all I'm wanting to do, is stay home, bring in an income to help my family financially, help my husband, help my kids, be there for them, and hopefully bring my husband home from his 9-to-5 job one day. I know a lot of people are being able to replace their 9-to-5 with this online business, and they're able to fire their boss. They're able to quit their 9-to-5 and just do this full time. There's another digital marketer out there I just ran into. Her name is Miranda. She's been able to do this digital marketing thing for 9 months as a full-time nurse. She's working full-time, and she was able to quit her job as a nurse and do this business full-time after 9 months, and now she's earning 6 figures, straight from her phone, all online through social media. And thank you for the hearts, Hazel, Mom Hustler. Hazel is my sister's name. I love your name. But she's a mom working full-time as a nurse, and she was able to quit her job and just do this full-time. But thank you again, Nori, for the likes. But I'm going to jump off here now. My kids are going to be out, in about 10 minutes. I'm going to jump off before it gets all noisy and loud and crazy. And so I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll jump on at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, and I will be on. I think I'm just going to stay and go live at that same time every day from now on, since my kids will be out of school. But thank you for the hearts. Thank you for those who joined and jumped in. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you're welcome, Hazel. And I appreciate the community. Thank you for your support, Nori, and for all those who jump on my live every single day and who's there to support me. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Happy Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you guys tomorrow.